In this next coaching session, we'll be going over behavior change techniques derived from health psychology. Modeling vicarious experiences is very useful to motivate you, so be sure to watch the videos here in terms of healthy diet and exercise, and also watch some YouTube videos if there is an exercise guru that you admire. It could also help motivate you, or if there's someone who is really into cooking healthy meals, be sure to watch their videos. That could be a source of motivation. Another thing is to think about situations like case studies. If you're struggling to change your behavior, think about positive outcomes. So suppose Miss A suffers from hypertension and shortness of breath. She manages to exercise even though her health problems are affecting her by slowly setting goals each week. And she walks more each day and practices slow movement. And she can do it, then you can do it. Remember that no obstacle is too great for you. So be sure to think about these types of case studies. The next thing that you should do is try to persuade yourself that it's really important for you to change your behaviors. So reaching your physical activity goals at first may seem difficult, but remember that practice makes perfect, and remember what the benefits are of exercise. Whenever you feel discouraged, remember the tortoise and the hare story. The slow one who is persistent wins the race. And so every step you take is one step closer to meeting your 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity per week. Don't give up, you are almost there. You have the inner strength to be the CEO of your own health. You can be less sedentary and exercise more. You have the power to make a positive impact on your cardiometabolic health with your physical activity. Reflect on the last time you were physically active. What did it feel like? Now imagine yourself being strong and ready to exercise again. So you're doing a great job. Keep up with being the master of your physical activity. And remember that sometimes it can feel like a challenge, even when it comes to exercising. You can find even a few minutes in your daily, really busy routine, and small things like using the stairs or taking the dog for a walk counts. And maybe try getting an exercise buddy, even on Facebook, and the two of you can go out together and exercise. And that healthy, positive mantra that we talked about, say something like, today I will be more active and less sedentary because I am determined enough. And close your eyes and picture yourself being more physically active and healthy. You have the inner strength to transform your life and be more active. Think about positive experiences as well. These could really motivate you. So, did you meet your minutes of physical activity this week? Give yourself a pat and then think about, how did it feel? Did it feel good? Try to remember those positive feelings anytime you lack the motivation. And remember, if you didn't reach your goals, it's okay. Reflect on what prevented you and set new ones for next week. Reflect on what it felt like when you successfully managed to be less sedentary for a day. Did you feel better, stronger, empowered? Don't forget those positive feelings and experiences the next time you find it challenging to be active. Think about your favorite sports and exercises. Maybe try doing one this week. Physical activity doesn't have to feel like a task. It can be a lot of fun for you, especially if you do it in a group with friends, doing something like tennis, or doing it alone if you enjoy that alone time. So do you enjoy going on a leisurely walk in nature? Sometimes, if it's challenging to be less sedentary, we can integrate enjoyable things into our routine, like observing nature while we go out. You'll forget about all the time and steps when you immerse yourself. Meeting up with a buddy can make exercise a more positive experience for both of you. You can have fun and still meet your physical activity minutes. Remember that you are working on being less sedentary and more active. Reflect on all of your positive experiences with your activity progress. And also, it's important to reflect on your emotional states. Even though not every day may feel perfect with your health, remember that you can flourish while living with cardiometabolic risk factors and the metabolic syndrome. This means doing your best according to what is within your abilities. So don't compare yourself with others. The only person you're competing with is yourself. You can reach your physical activity and dietary goals each day, step by step. Try adopting a positive health psychology perspective. No matter your age or how you feel, you can still be more active, less sedentary, and eat healthier. Don't be harsh on yourself when you don't meet your dietary goals or your activity goals. It's okay to not always be perfect. Remember, you can restart all over again. Even if you're not as fit as you were when you were younger, you can still be you can still be more active and less sedentary. You can also adopt a healthier diet any moment, starting from right now. By focusing on the present moment, you have the power of now to achieve your physical activity and dietary intake goals. Don't think about yesterday or worry about tomorrow. You inhale strength and you exhale steps. You inhale that healthy diet and you exhale your unhealthy cravings to eat things that are not good. Repeat with each step when you walk and with each bite. Imagine that you are strong like a mountain. You inhale strength and you exhale any self-doubts that you have about your activity and your ability to eat healthier. When feeling discouraged and that you don't have resilience, take a few moments for some mindful breathing. Focusing on your breath can help you release any negative thoughts. First, take 10 slow breaths, really feeling each inhalation and exhalation. After, extend your awareness to your body. What does it feel like? Achy, tired? Continue to breathe in and out without thinking about anything else. Mindfulness teaches us to be less self-critical and more accepting. Love your body as it is. You are enough and complete. Give your body the activity it deserves and the nutrition it deserves without being critical on yourself if you are not as fit. It's okay to gradually grow. Remember that a butterfly is not made overnight. In the same way, picture your physical activity and dietary guideline intake transition as one of slow self-growth, which requires practice and patience. And when feeling stressed and like you don't have the ability to reach your fitness goals, listen to maybe a couple of meditation audios, for example. Sometimes focusing on your bodily movement and paying attention to what it feels like can be relaxing and enjoyable, so you can try that. The next time you go out, practice some mindfulness with your exercise. Observe your environment with a beginner's eye. Observe your food with a beginner's eye. Really tune in with all of your senses and tastes when you're eating your food. Chew it slowly, mindfully, paying attention to your meal setting. Now, we talked about different strategies till this point. We briefly touched about fostering social support, and it's so important to have somebody on board with you in this journey because it can get a bit lonely and a bit difficult. So make sure to team up with someone or make some friends at the gym, join some local community classes, see if there's anything going on in your community. I'm sure there are always some amazing courses or classes that you can join. And remember to foster your motivation by setting goals and outcomes expectations. So it could be things like setting goals each week that will bring you closer to reaching your 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity per week. If you exercise more, remember you'll be feeling healthier. And think about all of the cardiovascular benefits and say things like, if I'm more active, then I will lower my risk of having another cardiovascular health problem. If I'm more active, I will have a healthier heart. If I'm more active, I will lose weight and look better. If I'm less sedentary, I will be looking and feeling great. If I'm more active, then my blood pressure, heart rate, and cholesterol will improve. By giving myself time to exercise each day, I am gradually improving my health. If I put in 20 minutes of walking each day, I will reach my weekly activity goals. If I increase my step count, I will take more steps this week. If I sit less and move more, I'm on my way towards reaching my physical activity goals with each minute I put in. And then in terms of negative outcome expectations, think about the reverse. If I am a couch potato, then I will be at a higher risk of having another cardiometabolic risk factor in it, and I'll be at higher risk of having a cardiovascular event. If I spend the day sitting without going on a walk or eating chips and pizza and snacking on my favorite unhealthy things, then I'll be behind on my weekly progress goals. And in order to foster your motivation, think about it in terms of the stage of change that you're in and the expectations. So if you are in that pre-contemplation phase, try saying, if I will try to consider my activity and dietary guidelines by taking them up, I will be one step ahead with improving my health. If I will take on the activity recommendations, then I am taking some action towards improving my health by gaining access to new knowledge and resources. Now, if you're at the contemplation stage, think about this. Diet is good for my health. Eating a Mediterranean diet will improve my health, and so will exercise. If I try and give it a shot this week, then I will make some slow steps towards being healthier. Then in the preparation and determination phase, think about, if I go on a walk this week for 10 minutes, then I will reach 70 minutes of physical activity. This is half of what is required of me, but is still worth it. If you're in the action phase, think about, today, I am ready to take action towards meeting my goals, including my diet and exercise. If I will take a 20-minute walk each day, then I will be meeting my activity targets. Now, relapse always happens. Not always, but it's something that's natural. So think about it. If I give up and stop exercising, the progress that I made till now will disappear. But if I try and make a little bit of effort or plan later this week, I will be making small steps to getting back into the habit. So if you're in that relapse phase, think about just making those little steps again to get back on track with where you were before. And for maintenance, you can think about it like, if I've been meeting my exercise goals, if I continue to maintain my good exercise habits and meet my guidelines, then my health will continue to improve. And in terms of some cues that are useful for you, it's always good to think about different cues during your behavior change journey. Is there a specific spot or place that inspires you to be fit? If so, go there. What are your ideal times for diet and activity? Do you have a specific ritual when you eat? Do you have an ideal time for your exercise? Remember when it is and be sure to journal it. Think about things that remind you to be more active. It could be your shoes or hanging your sports gear somewhere nearby by the door. Anything that's relevant for you. And then to make things more enjoyable, try taking a photo of what you enjoy. So if you enjoyed exercising, take a photo of the setting or your shoes, or take a photo of the delicious meal that you cooked for yourself that you were proud of, that was very tasty and very healthy at the same time. These photos will inspire you anytime you feel like you can't do this, and anytime you're going through relapse. And also having rewards set up for yourself. So when you did a great job this week, not only give yourself a pat on the back, but also try and reward yourself somehow. And that will really help you to keep on track and not give up. And think about what that reward could be. Whether it could be something small like a cup of green tea, or doing something nice for yourself. Such as getting flowers to celebrate your small achievements this week, or even telling your friends and posting that on social media, just to be praised for your hard work so far along your journey in behavior change. And remember that there are so many different stages of behavior change. So if you're still at that pre-contemplation and you're not ready to change your lifestyle and eat healthier and be more active, it's okay. But why not try and slowly think about ways in which you could integrate a bit of activity and healthier dietary habits into your life. Make a list, a shopping list of what you could try and different obstacles that you will try to avoid. If you're in the contemplation phase, try finding the time and place to exercise and eat. Even if it's challenging, try and think about how can you make a little bit of time and space to just buy some healthy food and cook for a little bit for yourself. And try taking a photo, like I said earlier, of your running shoes, or place them by the door to remember to go for a run or a walk. And if you're in your preparation phase, you should be proud of yourself with preparing and making a list of positive things that you will be doing. And sometimes it takes a friend to be on board. So why not call your buddy or family just to tell them about your preparation? And think about all the factors that will help you be active. Are there any particular places, times, or objects that are important for your fitness and for your diet? And now that you are in the action phase, again, well done. And then you should reward yourself. So why not buy yourself some flowers, treat yourself? And it's so great that you have taken action to be there. Think about all of the cues that help you to eat healthily and continue to exercise. And then if you relapse, think about the obstacles that are preventing you from being active. Make a list and work on avoiding them. Reflect on where you were when you were active before your relapse. Jot down what factors reminded you to be active. Think about particular sounds such as music, places, outdoors or at home, photos or objects, things that helped you be active and eat healthier. Think about ways in which you can make your activity and your food intake enjoyable and rewarding again. So write down, how will you reward yourself next time you meet your goals again? Remember, it's okay to relapse. It's normal. Don't be too harsh on yourself. And remember that you can restart any minute. Try and focus on rebuilding your goals and make one positive step forward. Reflect on how good it felt when you were active and when you ate healthily. Just close your eyes and try to go there again and be that same determined, active person. Now that you are in the maintenance phase, congratulations. Again, you should reward yourself each week because you've kept up with your diet and your physical activity goals. To keep your physical activity and your diet sustained, make sure to think about what the main factors assisted you with getting there. Knowing what helps and what are your barriers and obstacles will keep you on track long term. Why not try a new exercise? And in case you might get bored and change things up a bit, why not change your meal a little bit? Maybe if you usually eat tomatoes, why not chop up some carrots and some celeries for your salad? So trying new things creates new and exciting opportunities. And remember to meet up with your friends, your family, to celebrate your achievements. You've made it so far and you deserve to be rewarded.